Hi guys, very good morning to all of you and welcome to VA Educational Academy. Friends, in this session we are going to study the fourth chapter in the 8th class geography, NCERT geography, and the fourth chapter is agriculture. Right friends, in this chapter we are going to see the types of agriculture and as well as some information about the agriculture in India. Right friends, let's start the lesson. Friends, the transformation from a plant to a finished product involves three types of economic activities. These are primary, secondary and tertiary activities. So you already know about these things. Any economic activity that involves three stages, those are primary, secondary and tertiary levels. Right friends, primary activities include all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources. So this is known as primary sector, that is extraction and production of natural resources. Friends, the secondary activities, those are concerned with the processing of these resources. So secondary activities involve processing of the resources that are produced in the primary sector. Right friends, tertiary activities provide support to the primary and the secondary sectors through services. Right friends, agriculture is a primary activity. Okay friends, in the world 50% of persons are engaged in agricultural activity. So in our country also more than 50% of the people are dependent on agriculture, or we can say on the primary sector. Right friends, favorable topography of soil and climate are vital for agricultural activity. What are the important ingredients? Okay friends, the important things for agricultural activity are favorable topography of soil and climate. Right friends, the land on which the crops are grown is known as arable land. Right friends, in this picture you can see the world distribution of arable land. So you can see here India is predominantly an arable land. So also the eastern part of China, and similarly the entire Europe, most of the Europe is suitable for agriculture. So also the eastern part of Northern America, that includes United States of America and as well as the Canada. Right friends, here we will learn some important terminology. These terms can be asked directly in the prelims examination. Right friends, the terms are agriculture. Friends, the agriculture is the science and art of cultivation of the soil, raising crops and rearing livestock. It is also called farming. Right friends, sericulture, it is a commercial rearing of silkworms. It may supplement the income of the farmer. And similarly pisciculture, it is breeding of fish in specially constructed tanks and ponds. Friends, viticulture, it is cultivation of grapes. And the last one is horticulture, it is growing vegetables, flowers, fruits for commercial use. So these are the important terms, please remember them. You might get a question in the prelims examination asking this terminology. Right friends, here you can see the process and components of farming system. First we have to use inputs include machinery, seeds and chemicals, and the process includes ploughing, sowing and spraying, and output is crops. So friends, when it comes to inputs, and we can divide them into physical inputs and as well as human inputs. Human inputs include storage, labor, machinery, chemicals. And the physical inputs, you know very well, those are sunshine, temperature, soil and rainfall. So these are all the physical inputs. Right friends, now we will understand the types of farming. Friends, depending upon the geographical conditions, demand of produce, labor and the level of technology, farming can be classified into two main types. Those are subsistence farming and commercial farming. So agriculture farming can be divided into classified into two segments. One is subsistence farming and the other one is commercial farming. Right friends, now we will understand the subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced to meet the needs of the farmer's family. So the major object of the subsistence farming is to to fulfill the needs of the farmer's family. Friends, traditionally low levels of technology and household labor are used to produce on small output. Right friends, subsistence farming can further be classified as intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence farming. Right friends, before going into details, we have to understand one more term, that is organic farming. Friends, this type of farming, organic in this type of farming, organic manure and natural pesticides are used instead of chemicals. So the emphasis is on use of organic manure and natural pesticides. Friends, no genetic modification is done to increase the yield of the crop. So there will not be any genetic modification. Friends, similarly, you should also aware of one more technique of agriculture, that is ZBNF, zero budget natural farming. So in the upcoming sessions we will try to know about the zero budget natural farming. Okay friends, now we will see intensive subsistence agriculture and primitive subsistence agriculture. Friends, in the intensive subsistence agriculture, the farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. Excuse me. Okay friends, similarly, intensive subsistence agriculture is prevalent in the thickly populated areas of monsoon regions of South, Southeast and East Asia. So the intensive subsistence agriculture is predominantly takes place in South, Southeast and Eastern parts of Asia. Right friends, the other one is primitive subsistence agriculture. This includes shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Friends, shifting cultivation is practiced in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia and Northeast India. Friends, these are the areas of heavy rainfall and quick regeneration of vegetation. Okay friends, shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture, especially in India. Right friends, there are different terms for shifting cultivation across the world. So we will try to know them. Friends, shifting cultivation is known by different names in different parts of the world. So it is called zooming in Northeast India, and in Mexico it is called milpa, and in Brazil it is called roca, and similarly in Malaysia it is called ladang. Okay friends, and one more important aspect, that is nomadic herding. Friends, it is practiced in the semi-arid and arid regions of Sahara, Central Asia and some parts of India like Rajasthan, Jammu and Kashmir. Friends, in this type of farming, herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined lines. Friends, this type of movement arises in response to climatic constraints and terrain. Friends, sheep, camel, yak and goats are most commonly reared. Friends, these animals provide milk, meat, wool, hides and other products to the herders and their families. So in this picture you can see nomadic herders moving with their camels. So this camels are predominantly kept in Rajasthan, desert areas like Rajasthan. Okay friends, now we will try to understand the commercial farming. Friends, in commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in the market. Friends, most of the work is done by machines. So this is the major difference. In the subsistence agriculture, most of the labor is human labor, but in the commercial farming, most of the work is done by machines. Right friends, in this picture you can see a sugarcane plantation. Friends, in commercial grain farming, crops are grown for commercial purpose. So crops are grown for commercial purpose. In the subsistence agriculture, the crops are grown for own consumption. The major intention is to consume them for the survival of the family. Right friends, wheat and maize are common commercially grown grains, and major areas where commercial grain farming is practiced are temperate grasslands of North America, Europe and Asia. Right friends, severe winters restrict the growing season and only a single crop can be grown. Right friends, here climate plays an important role, especially the winter season. Okay friends, one more concept, that is mixed farming. Friends, in mixed farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. So the activity of growing crops and rearing animals takes place at one place. It happens in combination. That is called mixed farming. Right friends, it is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. Okay friends, plantations are a type of commercial farming where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew nut, rubber, banana or cotton are grown. So these are commercial plantations. Friends, large amount of labor and capital are required. So you might be knowing about the tea plantations in India. For that, lot of capital as well as human labor is required. Right friends, in this picture you can see the banana plantations. Okay friends, the produce may be processed on the farm itself or in nearby factories. Friends, the development of a transport network is thus essential for such farming. Okay friends, major plantations are found in the tropical regions of the world. Friends, rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India and Sri Lanka are some examples. Right friends, now we will try to understand some of the major crops and the factors for their cultivation. First one is rice. Friends, rice is the major food crop of the world. So it is the stable diet of the tropical and subtropical regions. Friends, rice needs high temperature, high humidity and rainfall. Friends, it grows best in alluvial clayey soil which can retain water. Okay friends, China leads in the production of rice, followed by India, Japan, Sri Lanka and Egypt. So China is the number one country and second place is held by India in rice production. Right friends, in favorable climatic conditions as in West Bengal and Bangladesh, 2 to 3 crops are grown in a year. Okay friends, the next important crop is wheat. Okay friends, wheat requires moderate temperature and rainfall during growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. Friends, it thrives best in well-drained loamy soil. Wheat is grown extensively in USA, Canada, Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia and India. Friends, in India it is grown in winter season. Okay friends, in this picture you can see the transplantation of rice, and this is the paddy field, rice paddy field, and in the second picture we can see the harvest of wheat harvesting. Right friends, in the third picture we can see the bajra cultivation, that is pal millet. Okay friends, now we will understand about the millets. Friends, they are also known as coarse grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soils. Friends, it is a hardy crop that needs low rainfall and high to moderate temperature and adequate rainfall. Friends, jowar, bajra and ragi are grown in India. These are the main millet crops. Friends, other countries are Nigeria, China and Niger. Okay friends, now we will try to understand about the maize. And maize requires moderate temperature, rainfall and lots of sunshine. Friends, it needs well-drained fertile soils. Friends, maize is grown in North America, Brazil, China, Russia, Canada, India and Mexico. So here in this picture you can see the harvesting of maize crop. Friends, you should know that maize is also called as corn. Okay friends, now we will try to understand about the cotton crop. Friends, cotton requires high temperature, light rainfall, 210 frost-free days and bright sunshine for its growth. Friends, it grows best on black and alluvial soils, and some of the important countries that grow cotton are China, USA, India, Pakistan, Brazil and Egypt. Right friends, one more important crop, that is jute. Friends, jute was also known as golden fiber. Friends, it grows well on alluvial soil and requires high temperature, heavy rainfall and humid climate. Friends, this crop is grown in the tropical areas. Friends, India and Bangladesh are the leading producers of jute. Right friends, the next important crop is coffee. Friends, coffee requires warm and wet climate and well-drained loamy soil. Friends, hill slopes are more suitable for growth of this crop. Brazil is the leading producer, followed by Colombia and India. Friends, in India, coffee is majorly produced on the Western Ghats, especially in the Karnataka and in Western Ghats. Friends, in this picture 4.12, you can see coffee plantation. Friends, another important crop is tea. Friends, tea requires a cool climate and a well distributed high rainfall throughout the year for the growth of its tender leaves. Okay friends, it needs a well-drained loamy soil and gentle slopes, and labor in large numbers is required to pick the leaves. Friends, Kenya, India, China, Sri Lanka produce the best quality of tea in the world. Friends, in this picture you can see the harvesting of tea leaves by the labor. Okay friends, now we will try to understand about the agricultural development. Friends, agricultural development refers to efforts made to increase the farm production in order to meet the growing demand of increasing population. Friends, mechanization of agriculture is an important aspect of agricultural development. In India, we are also trying hard to increase the percentage of mechanization in our farm fields. Friends, the ultimate aim of agricultural development is to increase food security. Right friends, developing countries with large populations usually practice intensive agriculture, where crops are grown on small holdings, mostly for subsistence. Friends, larger holdings are more suitable for commercial agriculture, as in USA, Canada and Australia. Okay friends, now we will understand one important concept, that is food security. Friends, food security exists when all people at all times have access to sufficient, safe and nutritious food to meet their dietary needs and food preferences for an active and healthy life. So friends, this is an important aspect and concept. You can use this definition to introduce your answer when you are writing the answer in the mains examination. Right friends, there are two examples are given. An example from India, a farm from India, and as well as a farm in the USA. You can go through them and you can understand the major differences between the subsistence agriculture that is practiced in India and the commercial agriculture that is practiced in United States of America. Right friends, the major difference can be summarized as the farmer in USA works like a businessman, and in India the farmer works like a small peasant. So he do not work as a commercial farmer or a businessman. Right friends, this is all from this chapter. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. Have a good day.